everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Priyanka and I am here to help you navigate through life with a leap of faith and positivity. Ignore the noise. On this channel, we talk about anything that makes this human experience a little more soothing, a little more smoother of an experience. Now, today I wanted to talk about the spiritual altars. Now, this is a topic that I previously touched upon in my previous video, which, if you have not watched, I'll put the link for it in the description box below. But I realized that it truly deserves a video of its own, not because I have a lot of information to cover, but because of how powerful a spiritual altar can be. Now, a spiritual altar has the ability to make your nervous system feel safe. It becomes a space where you can heal your anxiety, where you can detach from the desires you so badly obsess over, and instead just return to a place of devotion through meditation, through prayer, through reading, through journaling. Sometimes it could be as simple as engaging your senses with the essential oils. Over time, I have come to understand the significance of really having an altar, and in my experience, it plays a very important role in helping you take care of your energy and for you to protect your vibe. Spiritual altar is a place which is a dedicated space, and it is a sacred space. It could be a table, a shelf, or even a small corner in your home that you create just to feel safe, to feel more positive, and to feel more connected to your inner self. Now, some people have even described an altar as a portal, which is a space that can facilitate divine communication, the communication with the divine. And over time, your altar becomes a space where the mere thought of spending time or sitting on your altar, the mere thought of it makes you feel safe and calm and relieved and even creative. Now, think of an altar like this. When someone talks about your school or your high school or your office or your home, based on your experiences, you feel certain emotions surfacing, right? And that is where it gets really interesting, because Neville Goddard has talked about the fusion with your desire, to become one with your desire. And you do that by feeling the feelings of the wish fulfilled in your present moment. And because we are already creating that space where we naturally feel positive, we are creating a safe space to return to carry out our practices, and that is how and where we are becoming one with our desired reality. And then we are not just in the state of the wish fulfilled, but we are the wish fulfilled, if that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, speaking from my personal experience, having an altar has made me feel so much more creative. I have gone so much deeper in my meditations, and the messages were just flowing from my higher self. I believe in the higher self than I have ever before, because it's a dedicated space to go deeper and to connect with yourself, right? So it becomes a place where you just drop everything And in that moment, you're not your responsibilities, you're not your stress, you're not your anxiety, you're just there to be. You're just a soul. You're there to heal, to create, and to connect. And this is also the place where you can manifest peace for yourself, for others, and even for the world. Here you can manifest love and wealth and whatever it is that you desire. So if you feel like your life has been feeling chaotic lately, then you don't need to fix your life. You might just need a space, a dedicated space where you can go to just be. Yeah. There is something that most people don't talk about when it comes to altars, because this is a space to connect with the healing energies. It is an utmost priority to keep the energies pure and sacred. So, how do you do that? And when you're sitting on your altar and you notice the feelings of anxiety emerge, it is time to leave your altar immediately. Take care of your energy and then return to your altar when you feel more ready to live in faith. It is okay to cry on your altar, because crying is one step forward to healing, but anxiety, it can make you feel stuck. So be mindful of your energies there. So step away from your altar when you feel yourself spiraling. Also, yeah, that's one thing. And the other thing that I also talked about in my previous video is that it is not encouraged. It is not encouraged to bring or to do your office work there. If it makes you feel the negative energies of the stress, of the frustration, of the helplessness, of being stuck, anything that triggers negative emotions, and I believe the work most of the times can be very stressful. The 9 to 5 is pretty stressful most of the time. So if it is something that causes you stress, then it is to stay away from your altar, because the energy that you bring into this space, it matters. Okay, so be mindful of the energies that you invite to your altar. I guess it begs the question, what do you actually do on your altar? You can meditate, you can journal, you can write letters to yourself or to God. You can visualize your desired reality. You can script your manifestations. You can say your affirmations on your altar. You can even engage in shadow work. And I know that this might confuse many people, because people might think that isn't shadow work bringing negative energies onto your altar? But I guess this is where most people get it wrong, because shadow work, it actually means bringing darkness into the light and making peace with it. And I do plan on making a video on how this goes into shadow work and clear the misconception around the shadow work like that. So I will make a video on that. But for now, shadow work mostly means bringing darkness into the light and making peace with it. So you do not just engage into the negativity or whatever events of the past happened in as a child and you just leave it there. That is not how shadow work is supposed to work. If you do your shadow work there, it can even make your altar more powerful. And now, what should you put on your altar? You can place anything on your altar that supports your practices. You can put your crystals, your candles, you can put your books there. You can put your essential oils. Those are my most favorite ones. And you can put your vision boards there. You can make a vision board and put your vision board on your altar. And I would recommend putting manifestation books on your altar, because when you put those books on there, it invites those energies onto your altar too. So yeah, put manifestation books on your altar. Yeah. You know, just the way that God created us, we create our desires through our subconscious mind. And our altar becomes that space. It becomes that womb of creation, like Neville Goddard would say. Yeah, I hope that this video helps you, and down below and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a video. And please share the video with anyone that you think will benefit from the video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and spending some time with me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.